Hey guys, welcome to Bolt to Chemeketa, and this is your Math 111 instructor, Matthew Keeling. Welcome. Hope you guys are having fun and having a good time with your lax school schedule. And for those of you who have, since all of you guys are graduated already, congratulations. Now, let's talk about our course. We are going to take a Math 111 course that is typically set up for an 11-week term, and we are squishing it down into 5, which means it is going to be intense. It is going to be doable, but it is going to be intense. You are going to have to work on this course at least once a day, Monday through Friday, unless you kind of do a couple sections on one day and you can kind of take some slack off in other places. So later on, in this video, we'll talk about the schedule, kind of how I have this kind of figured out. But ultimately, it's up to you to work this course the way works best for you. So let's talk about how we get to the course. Many of you guys are probably familiar with Chemeketa's website. If you are going to Chemeketa in the fall, or think you might, a good idea would be to take this My Chemeketa tab and this eLearn tab and save them to your favorites. That way they're easily accessible. My Chemeketa is where you go to register for your courses. It's where you go to check your final grades at the end of the term. It's where you go to get unofficial transcripts and official transcripts. It's where you go to pay your bills. It's where you go to do all of your Chemeketa college business from that website. eLearn is the online portal of the school. Every class, whether it's face-to-face or strictly online or hybrid or whatever it is, has some presence online through eLearn, okay? This is where you will go to see your courses, to usually get the syllabus as well as other materials and handouts, and each instructor is different. Some use it extensively, some use it minimally, okay? So be familiar with these. Now, eLearn is currently run by a company called Blackboard, and so that's how I typically refer to it. I call it Blackboard, or I'll say eLearn, depends on what mood I'm in. In the fall, it's switching over to a company called Canvas, but it's going to be the exact same setup. You don't have to worry about doing anything. So let's go to eLearn. Now, when we go to eLearn, okay, you're going to log in using your My Chemeketa single sign-on username and password. It's the same thing you use to register for this class and all of those things, okay? Now, course list for you guys is going to look a little different since this should be the only class that you are taking. It should just have Math 111, okay? And that is our class here. So let's click into that and open that up and see what we're all about, okay? I'm going to go into student preview so you can see just what you guys normally see. All right, here we are. Here's our course, okay? This is actually going to be kind of one of the landing points for you for this class. But the way I'm running this class, we are actually going to use another website to do a lot of our math work because Blackboard does not do any math homework kind of things. So we'll talk about that in a minute. So getting started, here's the video we're watching right now. I'm emailing this to you so you have access in case you don't know how to get into this. Read through this. Just a quick little thing about getting started. Any questions? This right here is a really important idea. This is something you need to do the first time you're getting into this course. This is where we are going to do all of our work. Okay, MyOpenMath is what we use. It's a completely free website. It's really simple. It operates well on your phone versus your computer, tablet, whatever it is. And it is something that you have to register for. And that is where all of the course materials for this course are going to take place, is in MyOpenMath. Make sure you check that out. We'll go there in just a minute. Okay. E-tutoring, read this through. Obviously, campus is closed. There's no physical face-to-face tutoring, but there is free e-tutoring for you guys as a Chemeketa student now. It's really easy. You're going to follow these instructions. You need to register for it. It's totally free. It doesn't show up on your transcript, nothing like that. So you don't need to worry about like if it's going to mess something up. Okay, you just go and register for that and you're good to go. Okay. Academic support flyer. This is just another thing of academic support, what they have to offer you for this term. Okay, here's a link to MyOpenMath. There's other links anywhere. Here's a free ebook. You guys having free books from this course also have a book that I'll show you where that link is to that ebook as well. This is a different ebook. Okay, this book is published by one of the math professors at Chemeketa. It goes in a different order than the book that we use and the way this course is structured, so it's going to be a little different when you're looking through things. This is just kind of an extra resource. Okay, opt-out thing is something that you don't need to click on, don't need to worry about since you're not paying for any of the course. So it's something that in later courses you'll deal with then. Okay, so I said that we have an ebook for this course and it's totally free to you. It's really easy. And that link is right here, ebook and other resources. So you're just going to click on this. And the first time you click on it, let's see. Okay, so I think it'll do it. So then in here we have the e-text. This is our ebook. a multimedia library. So this is where you can get some PowerPoint and videos and some extra resources on the topics we're covering. That's provided by the publisher of the textbook we're using. Okay, here's just a different version of the book. It's the same version, just in a different format. This is a web page based one, and this is a little separate. And then if you're having issues, you can use this to check your browser, see if it actually matches the requirements. So let's go and look at the ebook real quick. Okay. Takes a minute to load. Sorry about that. So the first time you open one of these links, hopefully we'll give it to me here if I haven't already done this, but it's going to have you just kind of select an agreement kind of thing. It's something, don't worry about it. It's just a standard boilerplate, like, yes, I agree to participate with this program. Why is this taking so long? There we go. All right. As I said, it does take a while. That HTML version is a little quicker, but not a whole lot. So it's kind of not the quickest resource in there. And if you've ever used an ebook before, you know that it shows one page at a time. You can use these little arrows you see on the side to flip from page 1 to page 2 and so forth, but it can be less fluid than a paper book. If you want to get a physical paper book, they sell for about $30 a copy of this ebook in a loose leaf binder format. You can just contact the bookstore and request access from them, or request a copy from them. I'm not sure if they will make you pay for it since we have access to the ebook, or if it will be covered as a part of the Bolt Tremecta. So you're going to want to contact the bookstore if a paper book is something you want to have. Now, we will not be using this book for any homework or anything like that. This is just utilized as a resource for you guys to learn from, in addition to the things that I will be giving you as well. Okay, this is just an extra resource for you. All right, there we go. We finally got to the cover page. First thing I would do if you're going in here to look at something, go to the menu, gives you your table of contents. Let's say you're struggling with function notation. Okay, kind of scroll around, and where is it? Functions and the representations. There you see concept function notation. All right, you click on these and any of the link, and it will jump you straight to that page. Okay, and allow you to see that a little quicker. All right, function and their representations. Here we go. And then you could just scroll through page by page. Now, enough with that. That is done. I'm going to exit preview. So when I was in preview, it kind of took away this thing. You're going to see this menu on yours as well, but I'm going to get rid of that. So now, that is pretty much all that we're going to use Blackboard for. Is it's really just a place for you to go to link into your ebook. Okay. Come on. Let's just jump back. All right. Now, I'm going to open this My Open Math registration sheet. And we can see in here that we have this nice little Bolt Tremecta My Open Math registration, spring 2020, Math 111. Okay, it's just really simple instructions. If you've ever used My Open Math before, okay, you're just going to jump in. You're going to go to My Open Math and then go to enroll in a new course. If you've never used My Open Math before, which I assume is most of you, you're going to want to follow these steps. It's really easy. Go to My Open Math, create a free account, and you enroll using this information right here. Now, you can just simply type myopenmath.com, or if you'd like, there's a link right here, My Open Math, and all of those will just open that up for you. So, if you're a new student, you'll go in here to register as a new student, and you'll fill in this information. What's nice is when you register, it allows you to enroll in a course immediately. So you can simply just type in the course ID, as put right here, 72361, and the enrollment key, bold. Okay, once you've done that, hit sign up, okay, and you'll be good to go. Now, log in. Obviously, you guys are going to see a little differently. Let's actually, yeah, I'll keep this. Under courses you're taking, you'll see the Math 111 Bolt, and that should be about it. Okay, now I'm going to click in here, and I'm going to jump into Student View real quick. So once you finally register for My Open Math, this is where everything we're going to be doing this term is housed. Okay, all of our lectures, all of our assignments, all of our quizzes, all of the tests, the calendar, the schedule, the discussion boards, everything is in here. Okay, so when you first open this page, you're going to see a couple things. First thing you're going to see is getting started. This start here. I have this here for now. In a week or two after everyone's completed all the start here stuff, I'll probably just drop it down to the bottom of the page because obviously you've all started. So if you click on start here, it has a little welcome message for me. Okay, basics of MyOpenMath. Another video here. This is just kind of going through some of these kind of simple things. I'm probably going to go over most of this again right now with you guys. So feel free to watch that video or not. It's not going to hurt my feelings. Here's a copy of our syllabus. Okay, so go through. You need to read that syllabus. It has a lot of vital information, how to contact me, how office hours are run, a lot of different things like that. Okay. Here is the syllabus quiz. Before you can do anything else in this course, before any of the quizzes, any of the tests, any of the assignments, before any of those become available to you, you have to pass the syllabus quiz with 100%. Okay. Now, because you guys are at home on your own, I know that if I told you guys no notes, no nothing, that the majority of you guys would absolutely listen and agree and do the test or quiz or whatever it is as I see fit. Since there's some of you that wouldn't do that, and that's perfectly well, it's not okay if I tell you not to, but since there is that kind of issue that happens, I'm going to say everything in this class is open note, open book. Okay. That does not mean open computer. So please do not necessarily have another window open where you are, just Googling the answers to problems and things like that, especially on the test. But you are free to use your ebook. Okay, so obviously you can have that window open. You're free to use a calculator, whatever notes you've taken in the class. All of that's fair game. Okay. Syllabus quiz is 5 questions, really simple, all based off the syllabus, really easy to do. Okay. Once you've completed all of those things, all right, you're going to want to go down and start Unit 1. Okay. But before we get there, I want to look at these 2 calendars that we have. So this calendar here is an active calendar. You can tell it to show you as few or as many weeks as you want. Okay. Since our course is 5, I have it set to show, I think, 4 or 5. Okay. And as assignments become available, you will see their due dates posted around in here. So you can see right now, the only thing that's available to us is a forum that is due this Sunday, the 10th. And we'll talk about forums in just a minute. Okay. So you'll have assignments assigned and things due. If we look down at this schedule, this is kind of a rough idea of what you should be working on each day. Okay. May 4th, so tomorrow or May 4th, whenever you're watching this video, May 4th in the spring, you should be doing the foundations assignment. That foundations assignment is due no later than Friday the 8th. Tuesday, you should be doing rate of change. That's due also Friday the 8th. You can kind of see that we keep going absolute value, piecewise functions, transformations, and transformations also continues on to Monday. It's a little bit of a larger section, a little more complicated. I really want you to take some time and really understand that material, that transformations. Quadratics, another 2-day section. You can see that polynomials, a 2-day section, rational, a 2-day section. Okay. Notice I have nothing on Saturdays. Sundays there's the weekly quizzes, as well as the discussions are due Sunday night at midnight. Yeah, obviously you can work on those whenever you want, whenever you feel ready. So just make sure you guys are getting those done. I don't have any lessons planned for the weekend. I'm kind of trying to keep this like an idea of school where you would have the weekend to do things. Okay. Our first and only midterm is week 3. Okay. I will post a review for that probably around the 18th or so, at the beginning of the week, maybe Friday of the week before. You have those 3 days, or you'll have until that Sunday. So the midterm will be completed by Sunday the 24th. It will be available on the 20th. So you can take it as early as the 20th, but you have to take it by midnight of the 24th. Okay. When we get close to that, I'll put out an announcement in an email and kind of talking about all that stuff. You can see then the rest of the term is broken down. Our final you'll have from the 3rd to the 5th. So you won't have that weekend on that final because the term ends on the 5th. So everything has to be done and turned in and completed by the 5th. All right. Take some time, look at those, read through them, feel comfortable with them. I know it's kind of a weird situation, and many of you guys may not be capable of working on one of these every day. You may have work, maybe watching your siblings. You may be doing other things, important things, right? Not like Fortnite things or TV things, but important things. And so if you do kind of stack these up on each other, that's fine. That's why the due dates aren't the day that I assign them. It's not like Foundations is due on Monday. Okay, you have until Friday to get that done. Do not wait until the due dates to start these assignments. Okay, because then if you have questions and you message me, I may not be able to get back to you in time, especially if it's something that's due on a Sunday or something like that, and you just don't get those points. So make sure you've at least started these assignments at least one day before. Okay, all right. Now let's jump into Unit 1. It's really simple. Once you come into the unit, you can see each topic is broken down here. And within each topic, okay, you have some videos. Depending on the topic, there may be more or less videos. There's typically one kind of base lecture video, which is going to be a lot of the definitions and some of the terminology and some of the formats and the forms of the functions and things like that, followed by some specific example videos and other problems kind of similar to that, okay? With each section, there is a video guide. If you click on the video guide, it's a really simple thing. You can print it off and fill it out if you want to just put it into your long paper or whatever you want to do, okay? The idea, this one here has a note because it's just the first one. The idea here is that I identified some of the key definitions, features, aspects of the video that you need to know these things. If you don't know these things, you will fail this class, kind of deal. And so you need to go through and fill those in and make sure you understand what those things are. That is not saying that this is the only notes you need to take for these videos. Take notes as if you were in a normal class, okay? Once you filled those out, okay, let me jump over to instructor view because I haven't done syllabus quiz as a student. So once you've filled those out, okay, you're going to have this Foundations video questions. These are what you have to do to unlock the assignment. So you have to take the syllabus quiz to unlock everything. For each section, you have to take the video questions and get 100% on that to unlock the assignment, okay? These video questions are based exactly off of the video guide. So if you watch the video, fill in that video guide, there should be no problem getting 100%. You have multiple tries on these problems, so don't feel like, oh man, I have one chance to get 100%. If I don't, I'm screwed. You have, I think I have it set to 100 because I couldn't do more, okay? You have 100 attempts per problem to get it correct. Again, it's based off of this video guide. So once you've got that done, the assignment unlocks. And the way this works, so the way every single section, every topic works. First, watch the video and fill out the video guide, okay? Second, take the video question quiz, if you will, and get 100%. Third, do the assignment for that section. That's it. 1, 2, 3, every time, okay? Jump in here. I have these assignments set up to release at the beginning of the week that you start them. So May 4th will unleash the Foundations, the rate of change, the piecewise defined functions, the absolute value, and the transformations. All 5 of those assignments will be accessible on Monday. Now, they're not due all at the same time. The idea is if you want to go through really quickly and get a lot done, or you have I have Monday, Tuesday to do all of my schoolwork, you can get all of that week's work done on those days, okay? So let's jump in here. So the way this works, once you get into the assignment, it's a really simple format. If you've ever done online math courses before, online math problems before, it's pretty similar to all of them. They're all pretty basic, okay? And the way this one works is you have this little drop-down menu, which you can jump from question to question, whatever you want to do. Okay, let's jump to question 9. Okay, and then it gives you your question and has you put the answer. Now, there's a couple of really cool features with MyOpenMath. One of them, as you see, once I clicked into this box, it gives me all of these tools, all of these math tools. These are really all you're going to need in this course. You're not going to need anything more. Now, you can absolutely type things like a fraction. You can do say 5 divided by 3, and it'll kick it over to a fraction. So for the division, right, I just used our little forward slash. But if you want to, you can also use this and 5, and then click here, 3, okay? All of that works, right? So you just have to figure out kind of what way works best for you, what way makes the most sense. As you're doing these problems, there's usually some sort of an answer help. So like this one here is enter a number, okay? Some questions have extra resources. They all have, let me start with what they all have. Every question on these assignments will have message instructor and post forum. Okay. The difference with these two things, message instructor sends a direct message to me linking your question so I can see exactly what you've done, exactly what points you have, and exactly what the correct answer should be, and I can help you with any questions you have. Post to a forum will simply take this question, copy it into one of a homework help forum, and allow you to ask questions of your peers. And I will look at those as well, and I'll hop on and answer those questions as well. But that way, it's more of a post to a forum is more public. Message instructor is private. Okay. As this video has, there's some video help. Sometimes there's worked examples. There's lots of other help that some videos can have. Or some questions can have. So make sure you kind of take a look at that. Now, if there's like 5 questions that are all the same style, back to back to back to back, they may all have a video, but it may just be the exact same video because all of those questions are applying the same topic, so the same kind of answers process. So it may not be a different video for every problem. There isn't like worked this problem out for you. So make sure you guys are kind of careful with that. Now, with each question, you have 3 chances to get that question right. If you're wrong after all 3, you get to try a similar version of that question for a total of 3 times. So you get to try, here's version 1. You get all those wrong, you can try a different version. There's version 2. Get all those wrong, you can try again a third version, version 3. So that means you have 9 chances on every question to get it correct. All right. So make sure you guys are kind of careful with that and working through those problems. All right. Let's go back here. Another thing that you're expected to do on a weekly basis is quizzes. Okay. As you can see, so you can see here some of the due dates. This is now in the instructor view, so I'm seeing everything, whereas in the student view, you don't see that much. Okay. So quizzes are all going to be in here. And again, on Monday, they will be made available. So there's none available right now because it's not Monday yet. I'm making this video on Sunday. So Monday morning, a quiz will become available. I will have listed in the description of that what topics need to be covered to complete this quiz. This first quiz, you don't actually need any topics covered. It just is a nice general quiz that is something that you should know coming into this course. If you don't, go back and fix those holes. That's just kind of, it happens, especially with how much time it's been since you guys have done a math class. So quizzes are something you have to do every week, and those are just down. If you scroll down past Unit 1 and Unit 2, there's quizzes. The other thing you have to do is forums. Forums, there's a few different forums here. There's a general homework help forum. So when you post a forum from a question, this is where it goes. Unit 1, questions and discussions. So this is a place more so that I'm talking about kind of like, I don't understand the material, not necessarily a specific like problem on the homework. Use this as you would, whatever. There's no grade for this. It's just a place for you guys to have discussions with each other. Another one for Unit 2 when we move on to that portion of the course. And here is our week 1 discussion problem. Okay. New thread for this is due Sunday, 5/10 at 11:59 p.m. Okay. Then Monday of week 2, the 11th, you'll see week 2's discussion problem. And the way it works is very simple. These are just some kind of extra challenge problems from the material we covered that week. And I want you guys to solve that problem and post a solution to that problem. Now, when we go and click into this, you'll just want to click Add New Thread. It kind of restates the question there, so you have that to help you out with. When you list your subject, you're going to want to say which problem you did. So you're going to want to say problem 1, problem 2, problem 3, whatever it is. Okay. And then in here, you could use some of these kind of MyOpenMath typing formats to help you do these things, especially if you're computer savvy and are comfortable with coding. It's not too dissimilar from that. You just have to kind of learn the correct commands. And the way you can do that is simply here, add new math. And you can type things right. So if I want to do 5/3, okay, type in a linear format, go out, and it gives you a fraction. Okay. So if you wanted to, okay, why is this not? Oh, okay. Sometimes to delete them, they are just there. Okay. Here's a thing that will give you a bunch of math symbols you can kind of do. You can kind of tell it what you want to do. So just kind of explore that and use that. There's also this edit graph. You can use that button as well. We're going to circle my cursor now. If you don't feel comfortable typing that way, feel free to write any sort of a narrative you want to right here. And then if you work this stuff on, like, say, a sheet of paper, take a picture with your phone or whatever, and then you can just use this to insert an image. Okay, feel free to upload an image of your paper. Just make sure it's clear and readable. If you have itty bitty tiny pencil writing, don't take a picture from 30 feet away where it just looks like lines. Okay, make sure it's all legible that you can see it in that picture. Okay, you can also attach a file here. So let's say if you type it up in something else, or you want to put your picture in here, you can do it that way as well. And then just hit post fed. Okay, that's all. Once you've posted in the discussion, especially if you're not the first one, I want you to go through and look at other people's posts, especially if they're the same problem that you did. See if you guys agree on your answer. Comment, right? Keep it friendly, keep it nice. Don't be mean. I am monitoring all this stuff. You are not anonymous on here, especially when you're replying. I can still find you. Even if you check anonymous, I can figure out who you are. Teacher powers. So there's our discussions. So we've talked about our homeworks, right? Which consists first you have to watch the video and fill out the video guide, do the video questions, then do the homework problems. I've talked about doing our quizzes, which are, again, our weekly, as well as our forums, which are also weekly. There's extra practice activities. So in a face-to-face style class, I have in-person kind of activities that I have you guys work. And you can see that those are here kind of broken down, again, by subject. So these are nice extra practice. And the answer key to those is right here. So if you wanted to go through and say, look at the absolute value function one, you could go through, pull it up, and work on these and kind of go through and try to solve these as best you can. Think about them. And then you could look at the absolute value key, which is just basically the completed activity. So that is there for you guys. That, again, is extra. It is not something that is required or you have to do, but it is very beneficial. The way I built this class initially was lecture feeds to the activity, feeds to the assignment. We have now skipped that middle piece. So we're just going lecture to assignment. It's one of the reasons I added in these video guides and these lecture and these discussions and things like that, but it's still kind of missing some of that in between stuff. Some of the questions in these activities help to kind of bridge topics together. So it's a good place to kind of go to if you have extra time or need extra practice on the topic you're really struggling. Okay. Then we jump over to instructor view. When we get closer to the tests, the reviews and everything like that will be right here. So after the forums, there's a folder called exams. I have that hidden from you because right now you don't need to worry about exams. Okay. So you click in there, there's reviews and all that fun stuff. Okay. Come back over here. Now, grades. That's not going to be grades because I'm an invalid student, it always tells me. Yep, I'm an invalid student. So quick links, you can jump into the quizzes. I'll put a quick link up here for other things as well. Actually, yeah, I'll put a quick link up here for quizzes, the quizzes folder, Unit 1, Unit 2, forums. So if you, rather than scrolling down, you can just click to it right here. The big important thing about grades here, okay, all of the grades are going to be done through here, and you'll see in the syllabus how the grades are calculated. Okay. Ooh. I don't want to show you that. I mean, it's no big deal. As things become available, they will be posted into that grade book, and so you'll be able to see that. Yeah. And so you'll see kind of a grades for, you'll see two sections at the bottom. You'll see two things. You'll see one that is like your grade for everything, and one that's grade for things that are past due. So like you'll see a past due and available and a past due. If an assignment comes available on Monday, right? You have 5 assignments come available this first Monday, and you've done the first 2 that are due on Friday, and you want to see what your grade is, and you look at the past due and available, it's calculating your grade, assuming you haven't done those other ones and will not do them. And so make sure you're looking at only the past due grade. If you get confused by that, just email me. and we'll work with that. Now, this is the first time I've done grades extensively in my open math, so there may be some errors in there, and I'll try and correct those as I notice them. But ultimately, just do the best you can, get 100% on the homework because you have 9 attempts for every problem, so that's not a big ask, hopefully. And then after the first test, I'll post a preliminary grade of kind of where you're at that point. All right, you guys, that's it. I know this is a longer video. Some of the lectures are kind of going to be between 20 minutes to 50 minutes, depending on kind of the topics. If you have any questions, always email me, ask me. I would love to hear from you. So with that said, you guys have a great day, and I will see you guys virtually in here on Monday. All right. Thanks, guys.